Hey guys, how are we doing? This is the first time I've looked at the charts today, believe it or not, since late or in the early hours of this morning. Yeah, just this was the trade we took last night on the 15 here as price. So last night market open, pushed up. We created a first trade. I'm going to explain it from the start. Who've we got in? Nyash, good afternoon. Vic, good afternoon. If you're in, just drop a hello. Let me know who's here. So this red zone that I drew out, obviously this was based on last night, the open. So initially the market pushed up, then created a resistance level here with this seller candle, this black seller candle. Initially I placed, once we had a wick up here, I placed a sell stop underneath the low of this candle for the market to continue to fall back down and maybe fill this wick. Didn't materialize. The next candle closed above this range. Next candle wick down, we bought above the high. When you look at the hourly, here you go, as they call it, a morning star in the old school technicals, and then that pushed up, and you'll see that was the only trade taken on the account. So there we go, just went to sleep. I did share it in the free channel. I shared it with members as well. So if you are on the free Telegram channel, I did share that late last night. I shared it with my members as well. So we banked a couple of grand there just before going to bed. But let's see what we can do right now. See if there's anything that is setting up. I mean, one thing we can say is if we look at this price point, let's start with the daily chart. The reason I was contemplating longs last night is because of where this market is. You see all these big wicks, daily candles closing at this price point, 5,080. It's a strong point for buyers to come back in. If we look at it over the last couple of weeks, we can see that it's pushed from 5,080 back up to 52, came down to 5,080, pushed all the way up to 5190, came down again, 5080, and so far we've pushed up to 5132. So the market does respond from this level. It doesn't mean that I just want to keep buying. I want to wait for confirmations to identify the trading opportunities. Data's come out. I've not seen the data yet. I'll have a look at that in a second. Where are you? Forex Factory. Core PCE came in as forecasted. Prelim GDP came in negative, so it was down on the forecast of 1.4%. It came in at 0.7. And then we've got a few sort of like medium impact news that have been as forecast, a miss, and slightly better than. So a mixed bag today. But on the whole, core PCE, which is the main reader, came in as expected. Right, drop down to the 4 hour. Resistance to work with on the 4 hour. Get above here. We've got a lot of room up to 51.86. Support. Well, we're going to work with this one for now. It will adjust. So again, looking for either a breakout above this price point, or we're going to look for a rejection here to sell it back down. We've got clear candle space to work with to the downside. So I'm going to have to wait. So options here, guys, we can use the 15 and we can use the 5. If we get a 5-minute close below 51.07, basically, we've got room down to 95. That's 120 points. So we've got plenty of room. I am kind of favoring the short side at the minute. More from higher time frame. So I'm going to see if we can get a close below this price point. And if we can, I'll be looking to get short. While we're waiting for this, let's just have a look at the Nasdaq daily. So we're having some relief rallies from 24.4. Okay, nice area to look at. So this in what 45 minutes is going to be interesting because we've got some nice what's this? One second, guys. Sorry. 1 second. Sorry, guys. I just got a family issue I just need to sort very, very quickly. Right, okay, so yeah, we're waiting for that. We're going to wait for either a close above. In fact, let's come over to gold because it is starting to drop. Let's change screens. There we go. So what we're going to wait for, yes, darling. So I've still got my poorly girl at home. She's what? Yeah. So yes, Bubba. You want it gone? There you go. Sorry, guys. It's what? Okay, good girl. Things we're having to navigate around these days. Okay, so we're not going to get the close below on that 5 minute. So we can come away. We don't need to stare at this one any longer. We'll go back to the Nasdaq and see what opportunity is going to present itself. Okay, so Nasdaq's just had a little pop higher. What time is it? 45. Oh, it's the new candle. So let's have a look. I'm not so keen on all these wicks, to be fair. So I think if we get okay, so let's just take a look at the structure that we have. Now, we're definitely seeing some positive reaction here from the NAS. I'm not going to be just doing a momentum entry above these highs, that's for sure. Okay, gold's popped higher. Gold's popped higher. Okay, so we're getting close to the structure point that we want on gold. So if we have a look, this is where we saw the market come into. This is where we've had a strong reaction earlier in the day. So I'll bring that down. Okay, so there we go. That's what we're going to look for. See if price can get above there. If not, we're going to wait for a 15-minute candle. Anything like this setup here. Then we'll wait for a wick up. Then we'll sell the low and take it back down towards structure. Now on the flip side, we're going to wait for a breakout trade. So scenarios here, guys. We're looking for a break and a close above, followed by a wick down to trade it to the upside, or we wait for price to tap the zone. Then we wait for a seller candle. Then we look for a wick up and sell the lows. Everyone follow what we're going to look for here on gold. So just sit tight, guys. We'll wait for the price to tap the level. How many of you taken any trades today? Let me know if you've taken any trades, what you've been, what you've been trading, and how's it been? Sorry, Stephen. Saw your name and then all of a sudden, big old coffee fit came in. Okay, so let me draw it. I tell you what, I'm going to draw it. So we'll go to Trading View, so you get a better picture of what I'm waiting for and what we'll do. Because as much as we use MetaTrader, I only ever use it for trades. I don't use it for analysis. It's so clunky. It's not very user friendly, and it certainly isn't clear. So if I'll tell you what I'll use there. So in theory, we're waiting for price to close above like this. Look for something with a wick, and then the next candle to wick down. As it wicks down, we're going to place a buy stop above the high, and then we're looking for price to do something like that. Bit wobbly, but you get the picture. This is where I prefer Zoom for drawings. But what are you doing, monkey? So let me, in fact, I might just, I'll do it with this. Where's the colors? What's that? What, darling? Oh, okay. You can read the book. Sorry, guys. I've my daughter's at home. She's sick off school. So, okay. In fact, it shouldn't be a red color. Let's change. Start. Okay. So we're looking for a candle to close outside and above the range. Then the next candle. Why is it doing this? Okay. So then the next one, we want to see it Wick down initially, so that means it creates a bottom wick. So the bottom wick would be a bearish candle. It would look like a black candle. So it starts forming a black candle, and then as the black candle's forming, we place our buy stop above the high of the candle that's closed outside. Stop loss would go underneath the candle that's broken out of the range. As soon as it triggers the trigger candle, that's this one that breaks the high, we move our stop from underneath the range to underneath the low of the trigger candle. So that's option one. Option two is price comes into this zone here, and oops, and then instead of it closing above, it maybe does something like this. Where we get a rejection at that price point, and then from there we're looking for the same thing but the opposite way. So it comes down, next candle wicks up. So you start having a white candle forming, going back towards to tap the level. It might even go all the way up. It might even break the high of this previous candle. We still place our sell stop underneath the low of this candle. And the premise that this rejected, it's come up, it's taken out maybe all the stops, triggers in some breakout trades, then reverses, it's grabbed liquidity, and then it breaks the lows, and we come all the way back down. Okay, so two things we're going to watch for here. First one is breakout, and the second one will be a range trade. Now, we can drop down the lower time frames just to see if we get in a... I think realistically, the lowest time frame I want to look at now with this chart, just on how the candles are formed, will be the 30-minute. Unless we get a nice big push up on a 5, and then we can look to fade it back down using the same systems. Because remember, everything that I do is it's the same methodology. There's no oh, I'm going to do something different for this one or something different for that one. It's always Alana, further away from your eyes, darling. Bubba, move it further from your eyes. Oh God, dog wants to come in now. Come on. So there we go. Smallest room in the house, and we're all congregated in here. My office. Place for solitude, concentration, peace. Guess not. um, so guys, how's your week been? Has it been a good week? Now, this is starting to look nice. In fact, now I'm going to stay away from the Nasdaq. It's in the middle of a range. I'm going to stay away from the Nasdaq. Let's have a look at the DAX. This could be interesting for sells. Yeah, DAX is looking very interesting for sells. Yeah, so DAX is looking interesting for sells. They're all doing something similar, similar ranges. DAX, Nasdaq, gold. So we're gonna play it by ear and see which one gives us the cleanest setup. It's a bit quiet on here this afternoon. I guess everyone's taken an early bath. They've had a great week. So in terms of trades on the live stream this week, it's been pretty phenomenal. We've had an awesome week. No losing trades yesterday, nothing today. Day before one losing trade. Yeah, it's been a phenomenal week on the live streams, and that's across the board, members and what we do here on YouTube every now and then. Sorry, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat today. There we go. Hopefully that will make it a little bit better for you guys, as me coughing and spluttering down the headset all the time. It looks. I'm really not seeing a lot to get involved with. Have some water. So excuse me if you start hearing some funny noises in the background. My 4-year-old watching number blocks. Yeah, I think I'm. If I had to favor one trade, right? Yeah, it's because you've been biting it. But they're all going to do that if you bite them, darling. Well, you shouldn't bite them. My day is spent negotiating with a 4-year-old for the last week, and I lose every time. It's appalling. I can't even win that negotiation. So 2 minutes until the hourly candle is done, and obviously the hourly candle will mean that the 15 is done, the 5 is done. Everyone closes on the lower time frames from an hourly once it closes. So we're gonna there's nothing really to get involved, but we are in a price point where we could start to see some decent action. Come on, guys, give me some chat. I need some feedback. It's very quiet on here today. Tell me what you're doing. Any plans for this weekend? Rugby all day. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, let's forget about the rugby, Stephen. It's all right for the Irish and the French, but for everyone else, it's been or I should say specifically for the English, it's been diabolical. Anyone else got any other plans? Taking my daughter for cheerleading practice. Oh, nice. Whereabouts do you do that? 273. Um, oh, bugger. Yeah, no, I think well, if we got tomorrow, well, I don't think she'll be going. Normally on a Saturday, she has drama and gymnastics, and swimming on a Sunday, and then obviously Mother's Day Sunday. So we'll head out for a spot of tea somewhere, just in case some of you guys had forgotten it's Mother's Day out there. 9479. So I'm just oh my days, my eyes. Okay, there we go. Well, patience, patience. Let's go. Come on. Nothing there. Nothing there. Alert set. Um, what else can we look at? I mean, look, to be fair, we're just gonna, I think now it's a matter of just waiting 28 minutes, see what happens on the US Open. At 1:30 UK time, when NYSE opens, expect to see a little bit more volatility. There you go. I tell you, it is funny how we all get kind of lost. I, I have a very good reminder for those special days. Don't think I ever forget them, unless intentionally. um, Bit of a boring. The only trade I'm just looking at that could have been interesting for me today, because none of this is interesting. This down here at 8:30 this morning, nothing's set up. The only thing is this area here. So, sometimes, okay, so new candles opened. I'd be looking at this and seeing how we could look for a breakout, but the timing doesn't really work. Oh, yeah, and the way it moved didn't work. So, zero trades for me. Absolutely no setup whatsoever anywhere along the lines. So let's just mark it in. So we're going to look for uh, possible buys above 5123.9, and we'll also put range trade. So we know what we're going to look for. We're either going to see the market break out, and we've got all that clear candle space to trade up to here, which is a big old zone of 566 pip range. Now, if we get the rejection candle, we've got 397. So, so loads of pips to be had either way. We just got to wait patiently for the setup. So that's the biggest thing now, guys. Waiting patiently for the setup, and you know, don't just jump in because the market's at a price point. Uh, God, I've got bloody Peppa Pig in the background. Can you hear it? This is unbearable. I don't think I could do this every day. But well, steady session, guys. It's not the Friday session I was kind of anticipating, but let's hope things liven up in 23 minutes. Hmm. Quiet day. Nasdaq, DAX. Yeah, okay, so DAX and gold are my two favorite. Actually, if we get a, what's the 30 look like? If we get a bearish 30-minute candle on the Nasdaq, that looks quite nice as well, but I need it to close below this bearish candle. They're all quite nice on the 30-minute. It's just we just got to wait for another candle. Uh, Dadat, out of all the kids programs my son used to watch, Peppa Pig was one of them. Yeah, it's just I don't know when I'm trying to concentrate and look at this, and I can just hear dinosaur. The Trump administration issued a new license allowing countries to temporarily purchase certain Russian oil products. Looks like the same day Brent crude prices settled above 100. Sounds like Trump and Putin are having a little deal. Okay, DAX is dropping. Gold, let's go to gold. So let's switch charts. If we get a close below in 5 minutes time, I'm gonna look to sell. Okay, 4 minutes, guys. 4 minutes, and we've got oh, it's a 30-minute. Yeah, that's okay. 4 minutes, we've got a setup. Yeah, I've got the DAX up on the other screen. Not for me just yet. I'll show you why. So I just don't like this area here. So I'd have to wait for even the 30. I'd want price to get down below this bullish candle before I look at the sell here. If we go back to gold, you'll see that's kind of what's happened because we've broken this candle low. So if the next candle wicks up, we get to sell underneath the lows. So let's see, a few minutes, and then we can. Where's my? Nothing like a nice and tidy office. Can't find anything in here. Paperwork everywhere. Mainly car parking tickets. I need my charger for my Apple Watch. I think I'm going to head for a run this afternoon to see if my calves can take it after a few weeks off. What have we got? 1 minute 30 seconds. 1 minute 30 seconds, and then we should have a candle closure we can work with. Then we have to wait for the next thing. The next thing being, once we have a bearish candle close, what are we waiting for, guys? That's it, Mr. Buckley. We wait for that wick up. So far, we've got everything we need from this now, so let's get ready. All right, switch. Oh, not that one. Let's bring this one down to the, not the lows, but so the low of this current candle is 51.10. So 5109.90, something like that. 15 seconds, and then all we're going to do is wait for a wick up, and then I'll hit open trade. 3 seconds. Okay, so there we go. We've got a wick up now. So let's place the order, put partial TPs in. I'll do the second one as well. Now, 50 pips. I'm not going to do any more for 50 pips because if you look, the target is near this wick low. I'm just going to have a look, see, right, 100 pips second target. I'm going to push it a little bit more. I'm going to come down to these highs. So we can get 113 pips potentially for the second trade. And then the second target. And then extended targets down to, can't see the bloody number. 5,086. So deal ticket is there, guys. So you can see the deal ticket, what I'm doing. So we've got a pending sell stop, or I've got a pending sell stop on gold right now. This will be the second trade of the day. There was no trades in. Here we go. Okay. Hand over your mouth. Good girl. And then trade management, guys. What we're going to do, as soon as price triggers, we get, I don't know, let's say a full dollar, 10 pips in front, and bring our stop down above the high of this candle, somewhere around 51.16. Is that 50? So that would reduce risk by around 50 points. Really, this stop should be above there. So when I see a blue 100, if I see a blue 100, we'll bring our stop down above the high of this candle. Okay, come on, let's drop now. We haven't seen a blue number yet. This has just been red all the way. Oh dear, this is... Come on, sellers. Don't disappoint me. What's that? 37 pips offside. I haven't even seen one blue number yet. Good. Well, hmm. come on, markets. Let's finish on a high. Don't want to finish my week with a losing trade. If we do, we do. But market open in 8 minutes. What are we thinking on the open? With prelim GDP below expected and the jobs data due at 11 not looking good either. Um, I don't look at fundamentals anymore, Stephen, because if we just look at how the markets have been reacting through um, this whole geopolitical nightmare situation all over the world, I think the fundamentals are just kind of massively out of whack, and especially with where gold is at in current prices. I just I don't know. I mean, theoretically, you're right if we go back to like old school, but the markets I feel are just so different to when I first started trading and just looking at your traditional fundamentals, and you go, right, that's bad for the markets. Index is down, gold up. It's just those kind of simple correlations of just don't seem to exist anymore. Um, so I just rely on price and ultimately hope that price is the giving us what people feel. Institutions see, is it overvalued? Is it undervalued? Well, we only know if it's overvalued if it starts to go down, right? Is it funny? Good. And this one's proper giggling in the background. What time did we place this trade? Right, let's see. I'm going to put in the auto break even as well. 35 pips. So if price moves 35 points, I'm going to hit it straight to auto break even. Well, as soon as you see this line here where it says bet price, if price moves down to 35, what will happen is, in fact, I just need to check, see if we've got slipped at all. No. Okay. There we go. This is starting to be a little bit more encouraging now. 5 minutes. Okay. Finally, a blue number. Okay, let's bring this down now. So reduced risk. So we're now risking $3,500. We were risking 6.2. So in theory, we've just reduced our risk by half. Here we go. 3.5 minutes. for the open. Now, what we're looking for now on the open is just that. I don't care if we don't go and hit target, but I just want to see like a bit of an impulsive move that will, if we can break this low, then that'd be lovely. Now, just remember something on a normal candle, right? On a normal candle, if this was coming into the close, oh, any time, let's say the half an hour, the hourly candle's coming into close, so at 29 minutes past, there's probably going to be a bit of a move. But on the open of the next candle, remember, if the market's going to continue falling, generally it will have a pullback before it goes. So what you can do, this is if you want to, this isn't being clever. If it keeps going down, you're still going to make money. But what you can do, let's say at 129, because we're relatively close to our break even, and let's say we're not quite midway to our target, but relatively close to break even price. What you can do is you can bank half at 29. If it does pull back up, you've de-risked. And then if it comes back down to your entry price, you can add the other half back in, or you can just leave it a half risk trade. Because this is just another way of, keeping the scoreboard ticking over, as I say. We'll see where it is at 29. If we're relatively close to break even, but we haven't hit it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close half because I expect the next candle. If I'm at my entry price, I'm not going to close half. But if we're 30 pips up, 31 pips up, I'll close half. So we've got 1 minute to go. Forty seconds. Like I said, if it's at my entry price, I'm not going to do anything. If I see 30 pips, I'm going to bank half because that's $1,500. So I'll be banking 750. 20 seconds. Seven seconds. We're not going to get down there, don't think. There we go. Oh, I missed it. I missed it. I was looking at the clock. You don't get much closer to your break-even point than that, and I missed it. It's all right. Here we go. There we go. I just banked half. You'll see the 750 come in. I said I was going to do it if we hit there, just because it's the open. Anything can happen now. It could sink. It could just fly back up. We don't know. Stops at break even. So no matter what, we can't lose any money now. We've secured $750. I've just moved my stop down slightly. Just we'll see, what is it? $45. So it covers the commission. Now, if we can move the 50 points, that would be lovely. They finally raised the restrictions on Top Step, so I'm back in, and there we go, 50 pips. Hey, nice one, Big Harvey. So that's 1400 we banked, 1360. Let's see where it's going. That's why I like to hear Big Harv. So how many micros can you trade now? So while we're waiting for this to just play out, let's just update the results. We go to 112 wins and 32 for the year. Oh, not 321. All right. There we go. Another 50 pips secured on a live stream. Uh, um, Anna, is Anna on here today? Is Anna on? Anna, I don't suppose you're on live stream today, are you? If you are, they have fine. Yeah, okay. 60 pips. Here we go. 70. Let's go. Um, right, my missus has just messaged me. She's got 40-degree temperature. So I'm literally gonna have to come off very, very quickly. I tell you what, I'm just gonna secure another half. I've just banked another half, so we're up. The reason I'm doing that is because I'm gonna have to come off the live stream in a few minutes. I need to go and get a hold of a GP. Here we go. Let's have this. This. Uh, I might just have to kill this right now, guys. Might be the most. I'm going to take another half now because I've literally. In fact, I'm going to have to close it all. I've got to go, unfortunately. So I'm out, guys. There we go. I've done it. Look at that. Pretty much identical, both trades. One from last night, one from today. Stephen, yeah, lovely way to finish the week. Two trades and done. Um, guys, before I head off, I just want to know how many of you took this trade with me. I'm sorry I had to close it early, but I have to go and look after my better half. She's got massive, massive temperature, and she's 7.5 months pregnant. So I've got to go sort that. But guys, so if you took the trade with me, guys, please let me know. How many pips you've got. If you're still in it, I've come out, I know, but unfortunately, that would have just hit the 110 pip mark where we had our second TP. So absolutely smashed it on that one. We waited for the setup, the discipline pays off, and we've nailed it again. So if you did take it, guys, just let me know how many pips you've banked. That'd be really nice. And if you could make a comment on the video afterwards. Mr. Matkin took it, just 39 pips. Lovely. Well done, sir. Um, any comments on the videos afterwards would be much appreciated. So thanks, guys. Have an amazing weekend, everyone, and we'll be back on YouTube on Monday afternoon. Okay, take care, guys. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.